I'm Kal.
And I'm Stam, and this is K.A.S.T, Kal and Stam Talks.
And I'm the voice of reason.
Today what we're talking about, Kal?
Vulnerability, masculinity, and masks.
Your memory's getting better, Shan.
It's getting better. It's episode 8. It needs to.
Yeah. So last episode we spoke about stereotypes, stigma and stereotypes.
The struggle of
stigma and stereotypes. Today... Yeah,
quickly,
where we're going to
say thanks for everyone that watched that episode there. Hope that...
Thank you for all your birthday wishes. They don't go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Where we start? Where we're going to kick this one off, man? Well, you know what? Imagine the title is Vulnerability, Masculinity, and Mask. But the thing that just sticks out in my mind is just masculinity. It's just like... it overshadows everything.
So, explain what you think of masculinity and how you perceive it.
Because we spoke about stereotypes on the last episode, I'm going to tell you what my stereotype of masculinity is.
Yeah.
Straight away, I just assume it's to do with muscles.
100%.
Big muscles.
I agree.
Pause. And aggression. Loud voice, testosterone.
Yeah, do you know what? I think also, sorry to cut you, also...
You're not sorry, bro.
I'm not sorry.
Man.
Sorry, not sorry. But going back to our other episodes about the alpha male as well, I think that kind of ties in with, for me, masculinity, because it's like, the alpha male is like more, so I feel that kind of ties in with it. But yeah, go on.
But I hope the voice of reason can actually enlighten us. Are we close? Are we off?
I think you're on the cusp. There's obviously deeper meanings to what they both are, but all three of them are, should I say?
Because there's a lot of talk on the socials these days. Masculinity, masculine men. Like there's a lot, and there's a lot of people dictating what a man should or what a man is, especially the opposite sex. With respect, we see a lot of the opposite sex saying, "I want a real man. A real man should provide. A real man don't go 50-50.
Yeah.
All of that. So let's what's that word? Mythbuster. What are the myth? Hit us with some mythbusters.
I think it will start with we all wear masks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably a great place to start.
Yeah.
And a lot of people may not know what that means, or may not be educated enough to know that a mask is an invisibility cloak. If you watch Harry Potter, or it's a shield to protect you from negative opinions or
it's
energy.
A shield.
It's all perspective and how you look at it. Like it's a protection thing. Maybe if you don't want to be vulnerable in a particular situation or environment, you'll put on a mask to somewhat camouflage yourself into that environment so you fit in.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what a mask is. So we all wear masks, depending on the scenario.
You know what? Yeah. It seems like I'm going back to all the episodes, but there's 8, so it makes sense. Designer clothes, I feel, is a mask. I think I did mention that, but I feel like a lot of people do things to fit in. And I think we all touched on that. But yeah, also, would you say hiding who you are as well, kind of a mask, so you don't make yourself vulnerable in certain situations?
So maybe not hiding who you are.
Yeah, but
some people, like we said before. Yeah, no, like Stam said before, some people don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Some people don't realize who they are until maybe it's too late, or maybe later on in life, some earlier on, and then they can sort of lean into that more and become more successful if we're focusing on success, because they know what their purpose is sooner than other people. So it may not be you're hiding who you are. You may just be protecting. You may be in the wrong environment, or in the wrong village. As some would say.
Do you think some people might not know who they are, so they're unaware of their potential? So they might have a certain, until they're actually put in a situation where they actually are challenged and they have no choice but to. So I feel that as well, they don't know who they are. So you don't know who you are because you don't know your potential.
I think it links to confidence, just down to maybe choosing a pair of trainers. You might go to, what do you think of these? What do you think of these? But I do
that a lot.
Yeah, but see, like me, I know when I see a good pair of trainers, I don't have to ask anybody. Not to say I don't ask my girl, say, oh, what do you think of these? How do they look? But I think it boils down to confidence. You've got to be confident within what you believe, what you think, and know that what you think matters, you know?
So you've touched on designer clothes.
Yeah.
And we've touched on that in previous episodes. You just mentioned trainers, yeah?
Yeah.
So those are material things that...
I'm talking about making a choice though. Like,
yeah, no, of
yeah.
course. But just to sort of simplify it.
Yeah.
If you're in a particular scenario or environment where first impressions count and how you're perceived based on what your material is,
Yeah.
or what material belongings you have, determines who you are and your value and whatever else. That we spoke about this in previous episodes. What does it cost when wearing a mask? What do you feel like the implications may cause further down the line by wearing a mask in the wrong environment?
I feel that eventually you're not going to be able to do it for a whole time, because eventually something's going to happen that is going to, I don't know, say it's a mask, or it's going to uncloak you. I feel like there's going to be a certain situation where you're not going to be able to keep up the persona that you're kind of, well, you think you are, and you actually learn who you are. But then on the other hand, flipping it, some people, I wouldn't say wearing a mask is faking it, but fake it till you make it, basically. So it depends really, but I think
what's the cost though?
The
like,
cost
what
is that
implications would that have?
it probably can affect your mental health, because you might be doing much more than you need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I don't know, it'll be a situation where, say like you said, wrong village. So you're doing more than the average villager to keep up with them. So they're using 50% energy, whereas you're using 100% energy. So you're getting burnt out because you're not even supposed to be there, but you're having to do more than you just to keep up with appearances. That's what I feel like in any situation. I hope that's a good example, basically. So obviously it starts wearing on your mental health. You start getting fatigue, burnout, and that's where, and also that can kind of stem into imposter syndrome, because then you might start realizing you're not even supposed to be there. Like you're saying, oh, like say we're doing something, I'm like, Stam, I'm tired. And you're like, no, this is easy, man. This is easy. But then I'm starting to think, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to be here because Stam ain't tired, but I'm tired. Do you get what I'm saying on that situation there?
Good observation, you know. Very good observation. I think to answer the question, E, what it's saying is what happens in the darkness comes to light. And I think no matter what mask you're wearing, people see through the cracks, because just people will just see through the cracks eventually, and what it can cost you is
Detrimental.
You just got to keep up with you just got to keep up with whatever it is, innit? So
yeah,
I've seen there's so much man out here just image gang, just image, and when they can't keep up with it, they're either stressed or they got to go to extra measures to keep up with the image gang. Do you know what I mean? You know what can happen? You can even create a prison for yourself. You're on your Snap, you're on your Insta, doing up so much image that you don't even feel comfortable to just be yourself and leave the house or go to a party or go to an environment.
Which will create social anxiety.
Yeah, because you put this image, you know, Stam's birthday meal's coming up, and because you can't, this week it's been a quiet week for you can't go and buy a new t-shirt, so you're stressed out now. You know what I mean? Your credit card's maxed, so you can't even go and get a new t-shirt. But if you were just kind of cool with it, you can wear a normal t-shirt, or you can just go wherever, Zara, and get a t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what wearing a mask does. It creates a prison. You create your own mental and emotional prison.
Bang on. Alright, cool. So I think that's a great intro into what masking is, and we've got to stem on to obviously vulnerability and masculinity, because it all ties in.
Have you ever been told to man up? And if you have, so how did it make you feel?
You know, I've got to give that some thought. Have I ever been told to man up? No, not quite that, but a phrase my mum used to say, and a lot of people will relate to this phrase, yeah? I could be crying. I mean, I'm talking as a child.
Give you a reason.
No,
Why are you crying for? Don't give me a reason to make you cry. These times, I don't even know what that means, but I know it's something bad. All I know is it means that I've got to stop crying because, yeah.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep, but you're telling a young child that.
It's deep to you.
You're telling a young child that, and you're saying it with aggression. Listen, that is almost, I got PTSD from that. Shout out my mum, man. But that's probably answer to your question.
Yeah, it runs parallel with man up. That's in the same.
That's basically telling, not to cry.
So how do you think that affects you though?
Well, you just learn to bottle your emotions. You're not taught a healthy way to express yourself, and in turn, you then maybe subconsciously start to believe that what you think and feel is not valid.
So would you say that's a cultural or generational thing? Because it could be a lack of education or growth within our ancestors or who we are around.
It's cultural. It's definitely cultural because it just ties in with respecting your elders, and you don't talk back, and do as you're told, and all that sort of stuff, which I think is a cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Black, British, Caribbean, so I know a lot of people can relate to that kind of thing. So it's definitely cultural.
Kal, what do you reckon?
In regards to like the what?
Have you ever been told to man up?
I have been told to man up. Probably plenty of times, but I probably can't remember. But you know what? I think I was mentioning it before. I think the other day I got told to man up.
Yeah, what happened?
Literally. But it's like...
Was it me? Did I tell you to... I think...
You've told me to man up a few times.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But you know what? I see it.
Bro,
I know, but do you know what it is? It's not really... I've heard it plenty of times, and sometimes, usually you can take offense.
Bro, you make me feel bad now.
No. Don't worry about it. Feel bad.
No, you know what? You know what? I remember. We don't have to go into detail, but I was literally... My point of view on it, I was literally trying to inspire some fire in you.
Yeah.
You were sounding a little bit down.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to fire you up.
No, 100%. It's words of
just
motivation, and you know
what?
Yeah,
I was just trying to motivate you.
People would say things, and I'd just get sensitive to certain things. And I don't know if I told you the other day I was talking about looking through the TikTok and seeing certain comments, because I've never been in it, and I saw people.
You've never
saying,
been in a public eye and been open to public scrutiny.
Yeah, especially when you're being vulnerable, which is another topic. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you're being vulnerable and you're talking about how you actually feel in the truth and you're not capping, it's like, someone turning around and saying, man up. But this is me I'm talking about. I'm trying to help other people. But do you know what? I just see it as people look at things different. So what might affect me might not affect them. Do you get what I'm saying? They might be stronger in that certain situation. So I just look at it as they're not me. Like what they struggle with, I may not struggle with. Do you get what I'm saying? So I've been told man up, but now I'm actually... It's just I don't really take it on, innit? Because I've looked at it in a positive way and think, they probably don't struggle with it, so maybe I should man up, innit? To be fair.
Well, just a quick one. What he's referring to, everyone. Kal said on episode 5, I believe it was. He said that he has anxiety making phone calls sometimes. Like maybe ordering food.
Episode 6.
Episode 6. Sorry. Calling a GP. He just has anxiety from it. And he was just touching on it. And someone said in the comments, men used to go to war.
Yeah.
And you know what? Shout out that person. But I feel like this is a safe space. And it's comments like that, is why people don't open up. Yeah. Sometimes we try to open up and then get shut down. We get these nature of comments. So all due respect to you, that's your point of view, nice. And I hear it, I get it.
No, it's true.
But, that's a prime example.
No, but that's good, because I'm glad they did that, because that just shows it gives me resistance. Like, what, people are going to say things, but it ain't going to stop me from opening up, because...
Gives you what?
Resistance.
Resilience.
Resilience, my bad.
Yeah. There's a reason why I checked you on that, though. Have you seen the What's It Called podcast? with Jim Jones, Fabulous.
I've seen a couple clips,
Dave
not much
East
of it.
and Maynor.
So what happened?
He just couldn't pronounce lineage. He called it, what he called? Long ages. Or something like that.
Yeah,
this is Fabulous, you know. Big Mac man. Like
Fabulous couldn't pronounce
he couldn't pronounce lineage. Yeah.
So no, that gives me resilience. So yeah, obviously, and you have to just. Everyone's different. No one's the same in it. But that ain't gonna stop me. Didn't get me down. Obviously, it's a shock to me because I'm not used to all that stuff. But it is where it is, innit? So yeah, the man up. Maybe I do need to man up or whatever, but hey, everyone suffers. Everyone's got their own battles.
Do you know what it is though? It's a point of men used to go to war, men still go to war.
Men go war and come home with PTSD.
You took the words right out of my
Men
mouth.
go to war, not even in war zones. Their own household. Some men, their own house is a war zone.
Yeah.
They're parked up for an hour outside, plucking up the courage to go into the wife and kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
you know what I mean? Men go to war at their workplace. Men go to war. You know, as we were saying in episode 7, Stop and Search. It's a war.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And
Every
for
day.
example, you could have went war, and then I don't know, the voice of reason could have dropped his bottle on the floor, and you jump and start going, what the hell, or duck for cover, and I'm like, what are you doing, man up? Because I've never been in that situation before. So to me, it's just a bottle that's dropped. To you, that's a whole
basically
IED or a grenade.
Yeah.
So
So those throwaway comments, they're all well and good. Listen, we encourage the engagement.
Yeah.
Negative, positive opinions.
Yeah, carry on.
Like everything's a matter of opinion, which is cool.
Yeah.
And to be fair, you wouldn't be here if you didn't have thick skin and you wouldn't put yourself on camera or be so vulnerable anyway.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of it
100.
is so you need to big up yourself first of all.
Yeah.
Because I'm hiding. I'm masking. I'm behind. I'm not on the camera. Respectfully, yeah. You'll see me eventually. But the point is, men did used to go to war. Men do go to war, yeah. But what we're trying to avoid is men being at war with themselves.
Yeah.
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 And if you're masking and you're afraid to be vulnerable, or you feel like you can't be comfortable in your own skin,
Yeah.
that means you're at war with yourself. And what we're
100%.
trying to do is prevent that, and that's what this platform is for. Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
respect for you to being vulnerable and open up, all of us. Do you know what I mean? Like it's more about growth than putting people down and suppressing.
Quick one off topic for both of you two. Do you feel that you're now comfortable within your skin?
Yeah.
You feel like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you ever feel not comfortable in your skin?
Oh yeah, for years.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? What's the reason?
Not 100%.
No.
Nah, not 100%. I'm not there yet, man.
You feel like
I think it's a
insecurities
growth.
within
Yeah,
you?
it's forever. Like I think it's an ongoing thing, man. Just naturally understanding who you are.
Yeah. But this is
letting
crazy.
go of certain things. You know what I mean?
feel that I used to mask. I feel that that's why I got so much tattoos, because to take the attention away from. But obviously I got the tattoos, but it was like, I don't know. I just kind of, I wouldn't say wanted to fit in. I just wanted to look masculine, and I felt tattoos looked masculine.
Them tats are some proper gang tats, boy.
No, they're not.
Nah,
man.
they're not. That's gang tat.
What, clouds? What you got? What you tatted there?
I got London Underground tattooed.
No, but
here,
it's the aesthetic of them tats. Them tats there.
No, but that's your perception. that's his perception, innit?
I'm seeing wings and clouds.
I'm
That's
saying,
not gang.
so doves and family. That's gang. Yeah, family's gang.
So you got a teardrop as well.
Nah, lie, man. No, but I got number
Giving
8
away
bus.
secrets.
Number 8 bus to Bow Church, because that's me, innit?
Yeah, number 8 bus. That's
Yeah.
sick, you know.
So
wait, what's the significance of the number 8 bus?
So that's when my mum used to work a lot, and my nan used to pick me up from school. And I remember my nan, big her up, yeah. There used to be an ice cream van outside the school.
Yeah.
But my nan, she's old school, like Caribbean, yeah. And all my friends would be getting ice cream, and my nan used to bring me an apple.
Said that.
Yeah.
You know, I thought you were going to say choc ice. I thought you were going to say
she used to bring me an apple, yeah. And then we used to get on the old number 8 bus, you know, where you can hop on and hop off.
Yeah.
And I used to sit right next to the driver and hold on the bars and
pretend
you're driving the bus.
And then
bless you. When we was getting, you know, when the ticket man used to come and wind out the ticket.
Was
and then
it
you could,
40, please?
Yeah. And then you could pull the bell, you know, the ding. Yeah. So that just reminds me of my childhood. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a big thing to me.
I rate it still. What are you saying? Apple, Sam's on the fruit diet.
Yeah. I just done a 3-day fruit fast. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about. Yeah, I feel more alert, a bit more sharp on my digestion's better. I had a few digestive issues, bloating and stuff. So it's kind of corrected
good.
that. And yeah, I just feel better with myself, man.
Yeah.
That's realness though. That's why I wanted to go into that comment, because that's like you're not masking anything.
I'm being vulnerable, yeah.
Like man don't eat fruit.
I've given up chips and fizzy drink.
Pause.
Given up chips and
Yeah,
fizzy
for
drink
today.
still.
For today, you've given it up.
No, I've given it up for a while. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
stay in shape and that kind
But that's why.
chips.
But that's why I've done the fast as well, because when you do the fast and clear your insides out,
yeah.
after that period of fasting, it's easier to maintain.
Yeah.
Like, you're more aware of what you're putting inside you, and I could go deep into it.
We'll
But it makes
save
it easier.
we'll save that for the nutritional
Yeah.
health segment of our podcast. Just to bring it back in. So, do you feel like men's masculinity or toughness is seen as strength, and vulnerability is seen as a weakness?
Yeah.
Yeah, like generally.
It's toxic because it's mad. Because like I said, there's so much stuff out there to man up, or how a man should or shouldn't be. But then it's like a man should be masculine, as in strong. Well, sorry, wait, no, let me land. Wait,
Yeah.
you know what? What I'm trying to basically say is, when a man is being how society says a man should be, then it's like it's a double-edged sword. Then they're saying you're too aggressive, or too, what they call it, toxic masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
So then now, because of this stigma of toxic masculinity, is like you're just trying to like regulate how you're acting towards the outside world, and you know what I mean? Well, like you can't get it right. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
So what was the question again? Because it's just
well, toughness is seen as strength, and vulnerability is seen as a weakness.
Well,
So,
I don't know. Growing up, I feel like I've seen men that look tough but are vulnerable. So I think, is it Green Mile?
mhm.
You know that big guy,
Lenny?
But
No, that's of Mice and Men, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's even a big guy, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
kind of vulnerable.
Mhm.
Do you
Yeah,
feel? Do
yeah.
you get what I'm saying? So it don't matter what you look like, and I feel that looking strong don't mean you're tough, and being vulnerable means you're weak. Because I feel that me being vulnerable, I'm stronger than I've ever been. Because I'm able to deal with certain things and talk about certain things that I never have. Like, for example, Voice of Reason said, "Big up ourselves because we got thick skin."
Yeah.
That was me being vulnerable. Whereas before, if I didn't mention it or tell someone, but they found out that about me, I'd feel I wouldn't have the thick skin. I'd be like, what? Like, I start feeling the type of way.
Yeah.
So I feel like being vulnerable. I feel to be vulnerable, you have to be strong. You have to be strong, because you have to have the strong mindset to be like, you know what, I couldn't care less what people say about me. Do you know what I'm saying? I know myself. So so you can look the part. Anyone can look the part. It's whether it's what's in here and what actually goes on. There's a lot of people that look the part and they could never be vulnerable because
You got
Well, you
too many skeletons in your closet. But do you feel like this is it though? Hiding the emotion, that probably has more of a negative effect in the long run than actually finding the courage to be truly yourself. Do you know what I mean? And actually be vulnerable.
And that's where the healing comes. You can't heal without being vulnerable.
no, you can't.
You have to eventually, gradually open up.
Yeah.
It's like a wound. A wound needs
remember you
sunlight and air and to heal properly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, secrets keep us sick. So yeah.
Spinning off that, you need to be vulnerable to heal, because then if we look at mental health and we look at therapy now, well, you need to be open, because you're not going to be able to heal from whatever you're healing from, because if they don't know, then they're not going to be able to give you the tools to deal with whatever you're dealing with. So you need to be vulnerable and be honest and open. Otherwise, you can't tell them 50 of it. They're only going to give you 50 of ways to help yourself, innit?
Yeah.
But then if you give them 100%, then they'll give you 100% ways to help yourself. So you need to be vulnerable. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
So basically, it's a balance.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a balance.
Do you feel society punish men more? Listen, it's not just about men. Women still have to be vulnerable, probably more so.
Yeah.
But do you feel society punishes us in general
Of course.
for being vulnerable rather than rewarding people.
Like I said, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, you could show masculinity now. Look at Andrew Tate now. That character, his persona, people are bashing it. But then at the same time, other people are drawing strength from it. A lot of young men follow his content. And a lot of, I've seen him saying that a lot of young men are DMing him saying, you saved my life. You helped me get back into fitness and you gave me strength. But then other people saying it's toxic masculinity, is misogynistic. I don't know. I need to look at more of his content and make my own, draw my own conclusion. Yeah. But I'm just using that as an example. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know what I mean? I think that as a man, you can't win.
So what scenario would you say being vulnerable is necessary and masking, if masking is a positive or a negative thing? We haven't distinguished that, but
I think,
do you feel like there's a balance between the two? Do you need to be as vulnerable, and can you be?
I feel like it depends on your audience, you know? Like, I've seen things where men have broken down and cried and turned into memes. And that's them being vulnerable. Like, I don't condone what R. Kelly done, but there's an interview where he's crying and he's like, I'm fighting for my life here. And people are laughing at it. Do you get what I'm saying? They use it as a meme. I see one other black guy crying. I think he was talking to his brother. I watched the full video and he just starts crying and people use it as a meme. And that's him being vulnerable. Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes that makes people not want to be like, I can't lie. Imagine if we started talking now and I started crying. I could potentially become a meme and I'm being vulnerable here.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's
so
crazy.
It depends. And I've seen it for myself. So it makes people think, you know what? Maybe I should just keep up this mask because I ain't trying to go out like that.
Well, then that's
the tough guy act.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like the internet, the internet will take you and spin you into something you didn't even know you could be. So yeah, I feel that it depends what you're doing and what your audience is. I feel.
I think with the R. Kelly thing, for me, just looking at that when he had that outburst, personally, it didn't look that genuine to me. It looked staged and it looked calculated. Whether he done what he done or not, I don't know. I didn't really follow it. Yeah. But I feel like people made a meme of it because it just wasn't genuine, man. People are not stupid, you know. You know what I mean? You can't just come and try and fool the people.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just using that as an example because there's another one, but I don't know the guy's name, the meme.
And there's a time and a place and a space for everything. You know, this internet has made it a bit dangerous. Like, it's not regulated. And
when you say there's a time and a space and a place for it, in regards to R. Kelly's interview, I don't think there's a time and a place for any guy to start crying if he felt to cry.
There is a time and a space though for you to cry.
More in a personal sense.
Yeah, you got to be wise. It's a time and there's not every information is for everyone's ears.
Yeah, but some people can't control their emotions. Do you get what I'm saying? That's true. You can say that, but that's like saying man up. Were you crying on the camera?
It's not about man up, but is choosing a safe space to open up. The K.A.S.T is a safe space for predominantly. We started it off because we're men, so we talk from a man's point of view. But this is not limited to men. Yeah. So it's a safe space. So I think the solution is we need to create more safe spaces. Yeah. And when there is negative feedback or people clowning people, I think handle it more maturely. Handle it maturely and just pull people up and set them straight, you know?
There's always going to be trolls, though, isn't
there? There's always going to be trolls, but, you know.
So that I totally agree. I couldn't agree more.
Let's create some more safe spaces. Let's create more safe spaces.
All right, cool. Spinning off of that, has there been a moment when showing your vulnerability has actually made you stronger?
Yeah. In therapy.
Give me 2 examples.
When I started therapy, I said this in the first episode. I was talking in third person, and I was like scared to admit that I was drinking a lot. And over time, because at first I would be saying, my friend, he's drinking a lot. I talk in third because I was so embarrassed. But then over time, I got comfortable with it, and you know, the shame of it The shame of it was just in my head. There was no actual shame. Yeah, some people can point fingers, and people always no matter what you do, people are always gonna point fingers. But over time, the shame was just in here, and once that, the more vulnerable you get and the more open you get, then that just that takes away the sunlight exposes the darkness. So that takes all the shame away, the shame and the guilt, you know. And now I'm free. I'm a free man on this land.
Yeah. So my one would be,
no one can shame me for whatever I open up. No one can shame me because I've come past that. I've overcome it. So yeah,
100. I would say the same for me is therapy. So people that know me, and yesterday, obviously, so basically, I never really used to talk at all. Like even everyone says that, and it's like after I started going therapy and being vulnerable and talking about certain things, I was more comfortable and had more self-esteem, and I could be vulnerable. And like me talking right now and talking a lot is me being vulnerable.
Yeah.
So even yesterday, you ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. Merkston, first time saying it. Big up him. He even said, and I've been around him for years, from when I don't even know what age. Yeah. But I've never really spoken. He said, "Raw, like, I've never heard you speak that much." For someone that knows me, proper knows me, and it's like, yeah, like that's made me stronger to be able to talk more now, so I can talk. So that me being vulnerable in therapy has made a bigger effect on my life, where now I'm stronger than I've ever been.
And more importantly, you being vulnerable here.
Yeah, no, 100%. So that's one. What would you say?
Wait, I want to ask something else. So both of you fell into my trap. And I knew your response would be therapy, yeah?
Yeah.
And the reason why I knew
You're saying that's just the easy way out?
Yeah, because you're not being vulnerable.
No, but
moment.
It's just...
No. This is...
Right,
listen, let me laugh, sorry.
All right, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. Sorry, son. The point is, yeah, therapy is set up as a safe space. It's one-to-one, yeah? There's no audience.
Yeah.
You can still mask in therapy. You can still speak in third person until you feel comfortable to fully open up, yeah?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to rephrase that question.
Go on.
When has there been a moment in a public setting, or with your peers, or with more of an audience, where you've shown vulnerability and it's made you stronger? Now, you can't use the K.A.S.T podcast as an example because we're in a room that's controlled. Once it goes out, then that's when you're fully being vulnerable. But it still can be edited, and we haven't done much editing, to be fair. But public, peers, family, whenever you've been vulnerable in that type of setting, a relationship where you could be judged.
Boy, there was I think it was maybe about a year and a bit ago, and so much was going on in my life, like proper going on, like proper stress, and like, I just couldn't take it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And I remember, I think at the time, I rang my brethren. And I literally just started crying on the phone to him. Literally, like proper cried on the phone to him. I'm not even gonna lie. And he came and met me. I was literally sitting in my car, like, bro, like proper talking to me, like. And that's why I'll always love him. Obviously, my guy, innit? Like,
big up,
yeah, like, I was in a bad way. He literally drove from his house. He don't even live close. He's jumped. I know he drives fast, so he got there.
He's a mad driver.
He's like,
got the S3.
Lewis Hamilton, bro, that
he's
guy.
Done on the
A406.
No brakes. So he probably was more excited to drive the car fast.
Yeah,
innit? But I literally cried on the phone to him. I can't lie. Like, bro, like I broke down on the phone to him, and he's and that's my guy. Like, he was there for me. Obviously, not my other friends are there for me, but literally at the time, like I'll like usually I'd hold back my tears if I felt like crying, but him, and I just broke down and I was vulnerable. And obviously, we've been around, like we banter each other. Like I might banter him about something, he banters me, but it's never been a banter where, but bro, you cried though. Like it's never been that. So it's a safe space, yeah. But only now he probably can because I've mentioned it on the podcast, innit? But that was a safe space. So that's when I've been
knowing who you can do it in front of, and still being comfortable with those particular people, having your circle that you can fully be vulnerable with. But Stam, going over to you, bro.
Yeah, repeat the question, just please.
In a public peers, family, when have you been vulnerable and it's made you stronger or made a relationship or a bond stronger?
I can say loads of times when I've been vulnerable, yeah. I don't know when it's made me stronger though. I don't really know what to...
Well, taking Kal's example, it created a stronger bond between him and a friend, and let him know that there are platforms or environments or people he can talk to if he ever did need to be fully
Could be a
himself.
girl.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Just trying to think.
You ever cried in front of your girl before?
Probably. I'm trying to think of an actual scenario, like a actual, because you're saying a time when it's made me stronger. I need to be specific, and you have put me on the spot a little bit. I'm just trying to think, man. Bear with me.
It's alright. We've got a couple of about 30 seconds to cut back in, mate.
Yeah, you can cut back in.
It could be anything, like it could be within music.
Vulnerable.
Remember, you're an artist.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay, cool. See, like I gave the example, yeah, that you be vulnerable and at first you might feel shame. Nah, being vulnerable and then realizing that, wow, it's not that bad. I know you said I can't use K.A.S.T as an example, but just bear with me and let me land, yeah? The way we've structured the K.A.S.T, yeah, we come here every week and we don't know exactly what we're going to be asked. We know the topic and it's been structured that way for a reason. But the first episode, because I was on the spot, I had to answer certain questions. And the first time when we got that first edit back and I looked back, I was like, whoa, dude, I'm really opening up here. And I had a bit of anxiety and I thought, do I really want to expose this to the public, talking about being suicidal, exposing myself to the public, yeah? And then I realised, the whole process of that, it took the shame away. So we talked to episode 7, stigma. I think it helped to wash away some of that stigma by me opening up. Because I'd opened up in therapy, I'd opened up to my loved ones. But there's friends, family, enemies, haters, there's all sorts of people watching this thing. So for me to say, yeah, I was suicidal, I was depressed, I've been through the mental health service, that's not cool. So for me to just open up and say that to the world, like that helped to get rid of the stigma. Now I can say it with my chest. But no one can tell me anything. Nobody can tell me anything about that.
So it's made you stronger for sure.
Yeah.
I remember when you came back to the group and you was like, "Bro, do you think I was too? I said too much."
I didn't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also you saying about speaking to the mental health, saying that's not cool. There's nothing wrong with anyone speaking to the mental health, but people would look at it like that. But obviously,
I felt bummy at the time. Not bummy. You know what? You know why? Because a part of it, because it's a free service. It's kind of cool when you pay for therapy. It's a little bit cool. Yeah, man, pay for therapy. It's not cheap, innit? But I started off with the free service. I went through the GP. They've referred me to this place that I've had my own stereotype and stigma. Like, there's just all mad people here. When it's not just all mad people, it's just different. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's people going through what I'm going through at different levels, and different stages. And sorry. Lost train of thought, but it's made me stronger by exposing it and watching it back. When I watched back that first episode, I nearly got emotional. It's like, whoa. Like, I didn't even me talking about it, I didn't even realize until I watched it back how far I'd come and what I'd been through. So I know you said we can't use the K.A.S.T. It's not a cop out, but
no. It was
actually,
I got one. You gave a valid. You already gave us one.
But it's a reason. What's yours? You
know.
Don't dish it if you can't take it.
You know what I mean? Whenever I've been vulnerable and it's made me stronger. I would say in most recent times, romantic scenarios or settings.
Yes.
I feel like going through breakups, dating, so on and so forth, and having time to sort of repair yourself and focus on yourself for a period of time.
Yeah.
If that time isn't taken, and you fall back into the cycle of dating or getting into relationships or whatever the case may be, and you're not healed, vulnerability is a hard thing to sort of overcome or to be within that situation. But to the question, previously I've been super vulnerable within a relationship, or relationships even, because I wear my heart on my sleeve.
All eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, definitely. But I think by doing that and going through traumatic situations, or having your character questioned, or whatever the scenario is, like if you go through a negative situation within a relationship, it can scar you and wound you going into a future relationship.
Yeah.
And that's what I go back to the point of healing before reconnecting with people.
Do you mean having it thrown back in your face when you say, you just used a word, you said, what did you just say?
I can give you a better example on that point. If, for argument's sake, you deal with something a certain way, you have your boundaries, or you have your contract, so to speak, of getting into a relationship with someone and what you like, what you don't like, and communicating, If for whatever reason a man shouldn't be expressing his feelings, or it's viewed that they shouldn't be crying, or just being emotional, or being open with how you feel about certain scenarios, or how you feel about how people act and what they do and how they move. If that's thrown back in your face and you're made to feel like you're guilty for questioning someone on their behavior, or you're made to, what's it called, gaslighting. If you're gaslit in a situation where you're made to feel like you're in the wrong for even asking that question, it then creates stigma on you showing your feelings or expressing yourself.
Oh, so it's like almost like putting a kid in a naughty corner, like naughty step kind of thing.
Yeah. You've opened up and then you've been challenged for it, or you've been what's the word? I can't even think of the word, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you've just been misunderstood. Maybe you think it could be a misunderstanding, or it was malicious. Could be malicious to.
I would say it's malicious in certain scenarios.
So how do you protect yourself from that? Just as a solution, because I've probably been through. There's plenty of people going through, relationship kind of drama, healing from past relationships. I think we're all healing, or have had to heal from past relationships, and even furthermore to say, people will probably have to heal from us. So
100%.
maybe as an amends to yourself and to the public, what can we do to navigate it?
So I feel it's going back to the vulnerability point. To navigate how you are in future scenarios or future relationships, you have to go into it truly being yourself and being honest with who you are and what you expect from a situation. And if you can't, for whatever reason, then you're in the situation isn't necessarily the right situation to be in. You need to be able to be open with the person that you're connecting with. And obviously that will come over time. Like it will take time for you to warm up to being open, and you're gonna feel around and test the water to see, if I say this, what type of reaction do I get? If you have a traumatic past or you have baggage from a previous relationship, so you're gonna test the theory to see if it works first.
Yeah.
But you need to truly go into something being yourself.
Okay.
So that's how you grow as a person. Okay. But again, that's being vulnerable, and that makes you stronger. And that makes you understand who you are and truly be yourself.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a difficult one because I'm talking in riddles. I can feel myself masking simple. What I'm saying. Yeah, but in a roundabout way, having a traumatic situation happen to you, or you going through scenarios where you feel like you're in the wrong for expressing your feelings, then you bottle up your feelings.
Yeah.
and you then mask things, and you're less
up
vulnerable
walls.
going into future situations.
Yeah. Okay.
So you need to heal from that before you carry that on, and there's a repeat cycle of you being less
Okay, so
emotional.
So you just how I was making the examples of expressing yourself, and then it takes away the shame. I think getting to a place where whatever their vulnerabilities are, they're not really a burden anymore, or they're not really painful, or they're not really affect you. You can actually talk about it, maybe in hindsight, or you can.
Yeah, listen, it's about building relationships, right, and connections. And if you start it on the wrong foot, if you start it on a lie, if you start it not being yourself, then you either have to continue with that narrative, or the alternative is being yourself and just being truly open. But it takes time. So, yeah, it's a difficult one to talk on, to be fair.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, masculinity, mask, vulnerability. How has wearing a mask of toughness or stoicism affected your relationships or mental health?
So I'd say, obviously, in my family, I'm like one of the oldest boys. So I think I just have all aunts. I don't have no uncles really on my nan's side. So it's just, so I've got loads of little cousins, innit? And a lot of the time I've got younger cousins growing up, and sometimes they'll get in trouble, and their dads ain't around. So it's like I kind of have to play sometimes father figure to them, that, yo, what you doing, bro? Because I've been through certain things. I can tell them what I've been through. Always having to be the bigger, older brother or older cousin to them. And whenever they got problems, they come to me. And then it got to a point where in my life, stuff started going downhill. And I realised, and it's no one's fault of their own, it's like I'm not this tough guy that I portray to be to other people, like my cousins and that. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm still a man. I still got feelings. So I used to mask and pretend that I was this big tough cousin, whatever. Yeah. And I've been through a lot. But truth is, it wasn't that, and that's what affected my mental health. Because then I realized that I'm not that. But because I had to play that role for so long, I started believing it, that I was actually that. Okay. But I actually wasn't when it came to it. So it affected my mental health, I would say.
Do you think you became like an imposter, like we said, imposter syndrome?
100% I was imposter syndrome. But that was my role. But it wasn't my role because no one said you had to do that. But you would do that for your younger cousins or whatever in it, because there's no one around. You're seeing it. You know, when you're the older brother, you're the older brother by default. There ain't no, you can't be the younger brother and be the older one. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's how that was. What about you?
So basically, when as being tough affected my mental health, when I was out on the roads, man, like all those wars I went through, like I mentioned in the last episode, like I've been stabbed, I've been kidnapped, a lot of things. I've took a lot of L's, and I probably wasn't. I'm a businessman. I wasn't built for all the violence. But being in that environment and being in that world, it comes part and parcel with it. And I think, I'm lucky to still have my mind going through all of that trauma and being in those environments with all those mad people. And just dealing with all those type of scenarios and situations. And then every day having to put up with the stress of it all. So, yeah.
Okay. So, I've got a question.
Question. This brings it back to the point of what I raised earlier. When have you felt pressured to hide your feelings to be a man? And what did it cost your person? What did it cost you personally? So, when have you felt pressured to hide your feelings as a man? And what did it cost you personally?
You know what? You know, like how you said earlier, you're too in the last episode. You said you're too nice, and I really related to that. I feel like learning to say no. Mm-hmm. All the times I wanted to say no, and I didn't have the courage to, because I didn't want the other person to feel awkward. You know, it cost me my mental health. I go away feeling resentment, or I go away feeling like uncomfortable, or like just knowing full well that I should have said no, whatever it may be. It could be something simple, like I'm going home and that person wants a lift, but I'm going in that direction and they're there, and I'm tired, I don't really want to do it, but because I don't know how to say no, and that person knows that I don't know how to say no, I say, oh, all right, go on then. Nah, it's just like, you know what I mean? You go away, you get home later, you get home and you're more tired, and you know, it reaffirms that you're a walkover. You're already thinking you're a walkover in your head.
Mm.
And it just reaffirms you're just a walkover, and then you know what I mean? And then that leaks into, you really got that resentment, then you might have a disagreement with your partner or something, and then you overdo it because you think they're trying to take advantage of you, but you're just literally having a disagreement, but you carry that energy into the argument because it's like, again, someone trying to take the piss out of you, or you're a pushover or a walkover, so then you overdo it in your response or your reaction.
You apply that energy.
It's like,
no,
it's like you're gonna just put your foot down today. Like, this is the last time someone speaks to me like that, or takes the mickey out of me.
That's why I started therapy. But
someone catches a stray bullet, basically.
Yeah, collateral damage. What was the question again?
When have you felt pressured to hide your feelings as a man, and what did it cost you personally?
Pressure to hide my feelings as a man. Boy, like certain situations when I felt emotional or whatever, before I opened up to my friends, obviously certain things will be going on. I feel emotional, and I just felt pressured. Like, I just didn't feel like it was a safe space, because obviously the stuff that we banter about, obviously I just thought in my head, you know, these lot are going to banter me if I ever open up. So I felt pressured for a long time, and it affected my mental health, because it just had me overthinking certain things. I couldn't open up. You know, when you can't open up, you start spiraling and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been a time.
All right, cool. And I think we've got about 5 minutes left. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask a positive question. I'm gonna cut back in to do my part when you ask me a question about the relationship thing.
Yeah, cool.
I feel I can do it smoother.
Yeah.
Alright, so to end it on a positive, what's one way you've discovered that being vulnerable or authentic has actually made you stronger, more connected, or a better version of yourself? Kind of asked that earlier, but I think just rounding it off on a positive, how can we teach the audience to sort of be more vulnerable, but in the right scenario?
Look, everything I say on this podcast is documented. It's going to go on the internet and it will never be erased. And I bear that in mind. But then you have to remember why you're here. I'm here. We're here to essentially help people. And it's just about helping people. So you have to just bear that in mind at the back of your head. So even when I am tempted to put up a mask, or when I am tempted to kind of swerve the question or answer the question on a surface level, you know, will it help someone? Do I just want to look cool, or do I actually want to make impact? Do I actually want to help people through what I've been through? You know, so it's sticking to your core value and why we're doing this.
Normalizing self-awareness.
Question again.
What's one way you've discovered that being vulnerable or authentic has actually made you stronger, more connected, or a better version of yourself? Like, more giving the audience something to take away.
Being vulnerable, you actually find out who you are when you be vulnerable. You're actually the real version of you, so you don't have to put on a mask or act up. You just do you, I believe. That's what I think, really, because when I became vulnerable, you're more open. You can have more open and honest conversations. You ain't got to think really about what you're gonna say, because
there's no shame in that either, is there?
You're just talking as you. You ain't got to, and do you know what? People are gonna judge you either way. So even when you got your mask up, people are gonna judge you. So when you ain't got it on, they're gonna judge you either way. So why not just be honest and get judged same way? At least you know at the end of the day of you. And what you need to understand, everyone's different. No one is the same. So what they're doing or what they're doing is totally different to you.
Yeah, and just to add back in, because I feel like my answer was a little bit generic. The truth is, what I've learned in the past few years, we've all got two sides to us, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's important to get to know the bad side of yourself so you know your weaknesses. And in turn, you can, manage your bad side, like know when to present it and know when to suppress it. Because there's nothing wrong with suppressing, your dark side. But I would encourage everyone, I would encourage everybody to get to know their dark side and slowly become okay with it and accept it. Because we're never ever going to be perfect.
Yeah, man. Hey, back to the question you was asked earlier.
Back to caller number one. So a scenario when I've been, or you said about vulnerability for me, but I think I struggle within romantic settings or relationships to sort of be 100% vulnerable.
Yeah.
Even like 60% vulnerable, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because of previous traumas and stigmas and attachments that have probably made me feel or doubt myself, doubt what I think of the situation. So yeah, I think there's been times where I've seen something, I know it for what it is, the energy don't seem like it's matching my energy. I've addressed it and then I've been challenged on it, or I've been gaslit, or I've been made to feel like I'm the one going crazy.
Let me quickly, that's what I was going to, can you give us the exact term that you've been called?
I've been called a narcissist previously.
Okay,
but then they were being a narcissist.
Yeah. But
that's what a narcissist usually does.
Me not understanding that. So me challenging something and me being true to my emotions and feelings in that moment, the immaturity or the reaction that I got from the person was basically shooting down my character. And calling me a narcissist because I'd been open with my feelings and addressed something.
Like deflection from them.
That's it. Using deflective tactics.
Right. So to anyone going through, if this resonates with you, what can they do? What should they do? What's a kind of like a tool or something to navigate? I think
the best way to, well, for me anyway, was again being truly open and honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe taking time away from that situation and then regrouping and then having a conversation when it's less fueled with anger, hatred, argumentative behavior, and just keep touching back on that subject, but not in an aggressive way. Yeah. Think of how you're delivering your message and actually listen to what they're saying, and obviously touch back on points what you feel like are important to you. And if it doesn't work, then understand that may not be the right situation for you.
So communication.
Yeah, communication is key.
Figuring the best way to communicate it.
100%. Yeah.
And time and space to say it. There's a time and place to say it. Maybe not there and then. You might have to go away, let things cool down.
It's being mature and saying, listen, maybe this ain't the right time to talk about it, but I would like to address something. But being open with yourself and being honest.
Okay.
But I feel like because of that, it's made me less vulnerable in.
But you're working on it though.
Yeah, it's something I'm working on. I'm aware of it, so you just got to take baby steps, I guess, to get back to the point of being open.
As long as you're moving forward. But yeah, all right, cool. I'm Kal.
And I'm Stam. This is the K.A.S.T, Kal and Stam Talks.
And I'm the voice of reason.
That was episode 8. We spoke about masculinity and vulnerability. Let us know your thoughts, man. Let us know what was your favourite part. Let us know what part resonated, man.
Yeah.
Let us even leave us, DM us.
Yeah.
Leave us a scenario in the comments, man. We want to know. We want to hear from you. This ain't really about us. This is about you guys. And yeah, man.
Yeah,
safe space allows honesty for growth without
100%.
judgment.
We appreciate all of you as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a wrap.